Today's horoscope, Leo April 19th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mars transited your sign in November and December, and then retreated into your privacy sector due to its retrograde motion. This influence has likely stimulated discoveries of buried matter, such as anger or emotional slush, but hasn't always allowed you to release these things directly and straightforwardly. You may have even felt confined on some level during this cycle, such as through illness, injury, or simply fatigue that has urged you to reflect upon your goals. Today, Mars moves back into your sign, where it will transit until June 17th, bringing fire, stamina, and dynamism to your personality and energy levels. It can be very easy to get you all fired up, and this, of course, can have both positive and negative ramifications. You want to leave your mark on the world in some way, however big or small, and you are more able to make an impression than usual in the 2 months ahead. It's a period for a more direct focus on your personal plans and independence. Some of the challenges or delays you faced in recent months can now be ironed out. While you'll certainly be licking your wounds from the groggy effects of the planetary post-shadows, the cosmic energy over the coming days could give you a little reprieve. Mighty Mars, heating up your solar house of identity, your zodiac sign, will high-five mysterious Neptune, now shining from the depths of your solar house. This means that if single, consider meeting up with someone from your network or an app that is a bit outside of your typical type. You could have an absolutely magnetic attraction that ends up showing you that they're actually one of your soulmates. Use your mystical allure to embrace new horizons. Do you feel more like your old self? The end of 2024 may have taken the wind right out of your sails. Not much brings you down, but you have been down on your luck. Although you may have walked into work with a smile on your face every day, you could have felt unmotivated, insecure, and stagnant. Thankfully, you have a chance to regain your momentum when Mars re-enters your sign today. However, you may have to address issues surrounding your confidence and your professionalism during the remainder of the post-shadow period for Mars retrograde. Watch yourself carefully and try not to allow your attention to be pulled from place to place. With the positions of the planets at this time, you will be offered an opportunity to get more out of life if you stick to your commitments. It creates an environment of discipline and duty, which, if you follow through on your end, can support you in achieving great things for yourself of your choosing. You are not apt to think much about yourself on this day. There's a vibration happening, and this will encourage you to consider others much more, especially if you know of someone who is having a hard time. If you have someone in your life whom you haven't spent time with in a while, this vibration can also present such an opportunity for you. This essence brings out the best in what you can do and offer to the people in your life. It is richly rewarding when you allow the natural flow to take hold. For the second time in less than 6 months, Mars returns to Leo today, and this time it won't be a false start. By the time Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos, returned to Leo in November, he already had the brakes on ahead of a retrograde turn that saw him retrograde back out in the new year, with the promise that he would return. Mars not only fulfills that promise today, but to find that the conditions are a lot better. This time, as you get a second chance to move into a new Mars cycle, it is with your foot on the gas rather than the brake. 3 days after the asteroid Juno, the Queen of Commitment, left your romantic sector, the Moon is here, but not for long. With the Moon gone by tomorrow, this was always going to be a day for embracing the spirit of romance and holding on to the resolve to follow your heart. Making that easier is the Moon's friendly aspect to the Sun, now in his final days in an adventurous part of your chart. Daily Planetary Overview. As Mars re-enters bold, expressive Leo, we officially begin the second half of the post-shadow period following Mars retrograde, a cycle that spanned from December 2024 into early January 2025. Think of this time as a cosmic checkpoint, where you're gently nudged to look back over the ground you've covered in the last few months. What challenges tested your resilience? What decisions sparked regret or growth? Which passions did you put on pause, and which ones are asking to be revived? Mars in Leo brings fire, flair, and a renewed sense of self-confidence, but only if you're willing to do the inner work. It's not about pretending everything's fine or forcing a comeback. Instead, this is your opportunity to reflect on what that retrograde revealed about your impulses, your desires, your confrontations, and your courage. There may still be loose ends to tie up, conflicts to resolve, actions to finish, or dreams to reignite, but the energy is shifting in your favor. Think back to a time recently when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you felt blocked, misunderstood, or like your energy was just out of sync. Mars retrograde can often feel like swimming upstream. Now, as Mars strides confidently into Leo, it's as though you've reached a calmer stretch of the river. You're invited to flow again, but this time with awareness, wisdom, and maybe a little more grace. This transit is also a chance to reinvigorate your relationships. Whether romantic, platonic, or professional, your genuine warmth and openness are magnetic right now. You may find that people are naturally drawn to you, eager to spend time or engage in deeper conversations. If you felt disconnected from someone you care about, this is a perfect time to reconnect, not with pressure, but with presence. On a romantic level, the energy is ripe for intimacy and shared joy. Couples may find themselves rediscovering each other, and singles might notice sparks flying in unexpected places. Try planning something simple yet heartfelt, like a spontaneous evening walk or a meal shared without distractions. Sometimes the most meaningful moments aren't planned but lived with intention. You may also find yourself questioning your direction or feeling a little uninspired in your personal life. If your routines feel stale and your relationships slightly muted, this is the cosmos gently prompting you to shake things up. Organize an outing, reconnect with old friends, or try something completely out of the ordinary. Paint, dance, hike, or volunteer. Re-engaging with life in new ways can spark the kind of energy that's been missing. Financially, the stars are aligned in your favor. If you've been considering making a move, whether it's a new investment, a side hustle, or simply reviewing your budget, this is a favorable time to act. Trust your instincts, but don't rush. Look for deals, stay organized, and make decisions based on long-term value, not fleeting temptation. That purchase you're eyeing, ask yourself, will this still bring me joy or benefit in a month? Clarity and confidence will guide you toward the right choices. On the physical front, now is the time to reconnect with your body. If you've let movement slip through the cracks lately, maybe in favor of long workdays or cozy nights, and don't beat yourself up. Instead, use this Mars-fueled momentum to ease back into physical activity in a way that feels enjoyable. You don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Even short, invigorating walks, stretching with the morning sun, or trying a new fitness class can do wonders for your energy and mood. Remember, movement is not punishment, it's a celebration of what your body can do. And lastly, be mindful not to overextend yourself. With all this forward momentum, it might be tempting to say yes to everything. But taking on too much can quickly deplete the very energy you're trying to harness. You don't need to prove your worth through productivity. Your value is inherent. Rest when you need to. Say no when necessary. Boundaries, after all, are a form of self-respect. So as Mars charges ahead in fiery Leo, let this be your reminder: you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to outgrow old patterns. You are allowed to want more for yourself, your relationships, your work, and your joy. Take a moment and ask yourself, what lesson did Mars retrograde leave you with? Is there a part of your life that's asking for more honesty, more bravery, more love? Let me know in the comments what this period has brought up for you. Have you had any realizations? Is there something you're ready to release or ready to begin again? Your experience could inspire someone else who's navigating a similar path. Whatever you're facing, remember, this is your time to rise, to reflect, and to move forward with renewed purpose. One thoughtful step at a time.